everybody. My name is Sonia and I'm from Deverison Travels, and I wanted just to share some of our tips on what will make your cruise planning a little bit easier. Some cruise essentials. I think they're mainly for a Disney cruise, but I think you can use them for other cruise lines as well. So just kind of jumping in, I want to talk about lanyards. And so I know when you get your Key to the World card, you can use that, of course, to open your room. You can use it to charge things to your room. I mean, we found it really convenient to have the lanyards with the key card in there. I know some people said they didn't use them, but again, we thought they were really, really nice to have. Because I also carried my ID in there if I needed it, which you really don't on a Disney Cruise Line, but we did keep it in with us. And they were nice, just kind of hang. We found some things later that I will mention. We were able to just hang those up. And so when we walked out the door, we just grabbed those. And the really cool thing on Amazon is you can find a lot of different, customizations for your lanyard, whether if all the family likes a certain Disney member, you can get a lanyard that's kind of customized to that. I know that if you're on the cruise, they sell them. They're a little more expensive. And so Amazon will be a great find for that. I found them as cheap as $3, for with the Disney character up to like $20. So you can, decide what you want to spend there. And I know that if you are a first time Disney cruiser, you normally don't get any type of gift in your room. And I think the second time I was told that you do get lanyards, which doesn't make sense to me. I kind of feel like a first timer probably should get that, but I know that then after they provide gifts for you in the room, but the first times don't normally get anything in the room. So something else I wanted to mention was, we normally, when we travel, we just take like a toiletry organizer, just like a bag, a necessity bag. Well, we ended up finding one that it's like a hanging one that I will post also that we found on Amazon. I loved it. It was so great. It was great for me and my husband. We kept all of our things in there. And I was able to hang it right on the bathroom. They had like a little hook there, and it just kind of stayed out of the way. Cause you got to remember, on a cruise, hanging things are probably a little bit easier. So you don't have as much clutter. And then with everything being magnetic, it's really easy to get little hooks and to hang things, which we'll talk about next. But I will put the item there that we purchased, and it was really, really helpful, and we really, really liked it. I think I paid $12.99 for it. So, and again, a lot of these things were inexpensive finds, and that's kind of why I'm sharing them with you. The other thing, which I just mentioned, is the magnetic hanging hooks. I love these. So I think I paid $5 for these. I don't know how many exactly came in there. It might have been 6 or 8 of them, but I will post that as well. And they were great because we hung them just on our wall. I hung our lanyards, we hung our baseball hats, some shirts, things like that. So it just kind of kept everything really decluttered. It was really, really nice. This is probably one of the major essentials for a cruise, I found. And so these were tips that we had kind of seen from other videos. And then some were kind of, what we learned after we went on the cruise. But again, probably a big essential, I think, were these magnetic hanging hooks. Something else I ordered for the Disney cruise, and I really wish that I would have researched this more and I didn't, was decorating your door. And so Amazon did have some magnets, like Disney magnets, that we could customize with our family name and the cruise ship name and so forth. And so we did end up getting one. It was still like $20 with shipping and handling. I did find another one on Etsy that I really liked, but I wasn't sure that was going to come in on time because Etsy does take a little bit longer to get to you depending on where it comes from. So I did have 2 magnets that we took with us. This seemed like really fun. I really wish we would have done a lot more. With it being a maritime cruise, people had like wreaths and they had lights all over their doors. And this is a really cool thing, I think, to decorate your door. So I would encourage you to definitely get some magnets and then maybe some different decorations that you can use on your door, which will be a lot of fun. So that's something I would highly recommend for a Disney cruise. On Amazon as well, we did find this really neat hanging organizer, which we used for our fish extenders. And so in some of our other videos, I mentioned the fish extenders and what we received, which was awesome. We really loved it. We're glad we did it. We did order these particular ones from Amazon, which you'll see. And then we just kind of customized them ourselves. So you can just put your names on them, or, if you're really crafty, you can really decorate them. And then each of the rooms, the cabins will have a little hook, which is where they're called fish extenders. And that's where you'll hang your organizer from. So when people do the gifts, they know where to find you, and they'll put that right in your organizer. So this was something I ordered from Amazon. It was really inexpensive as well. And so they've got a lot of different varieties of these that you can purchase or make for yourself, or like I said, customize them, which is nice. Something else that we got from Amazon that we really, really liked were packing cubes. I found a variety of these on Amazon, anywhere ranging from like $10 to like 30 or 40 or 50 bucks. So I didn't want to spend that much on cubes. I did find these, took me a while to find them. It's a set of 6 of them. 3 of the cubes were mesh, and then 3 were zipper bags. Which on the zipper bags were really helpful because I was able to keep our birth certificates and different important documents in. So you want to have something that's kind of waterproof and will keep all that together. I think I paid $8 for these 6 bags, if you will. And so this to us, again, with so many options, this was super affordable, and we really use these to help kind of keep everything organized. So I do recommend packing cubes when you're talking about a cruise to kind of keep everything, you know, separate but also organized. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was I want to quickly go back to fish extenders. There were a lot of gifts. This is not an essential thing. But I wanted to just kind of mention that we did buy a bunch of gifts also from Amazon for the fish extenders, and from Etsy. I also bought that from the Dollar Tree. So you have a variety that you can buy those and not spend a whole lot and, you know, not break the bank. I still wanted to make sure it was something that wasn't so big and bulky, because again, you're taking these on your cruise with you. And so you want to make sure you're not, you know, overpacking. So I found a bunch of things. I put a couple things up so that you get some ideas from Etsy, from Amazon, things that we purchased from there, or things I think would be really cute for fish extenders, if that's something that you're interested in doing. Like I said, one of our videos has information on fish extenders if you're more interested. If it's your first time on a Disney cruise, I will say this. It's already a little overwhelming. There's so much to do and so much to see. And I think that the fish extender is a great another way just to get a little bit of that Disney magic. And I'm glad we did it, and we would do it again. I think if it's your first time, I think it's okay to skip it, just because, again, there's so much to prepare for already. And then you do have to get these gifts organized. And then when you get to the cruise, you have to make sure you're delivering them to all the rooms, which again is fun. But I think a first-time cruiser would be okay missing out on that, just so you kind of really take the time to enjoy the cruise, which I wish we would have done a little more of. So that's just my recommendation on that. Something else that's really essential for a cruise is making your own first aid kit. And I saw a lot of different vloggers post about this as well. They would make their own first aid kit. You can buy them, of course, on Amazon. They're a little more pricey. But I just kind of made my own, you know, with things I bought from the Dollar Tree or Walmart or Amazon. And then, and I'll just put a picture up there of what mine looked like. But again, everything from Tylenol to Advil to Tums, because, you know, you do eat a lot of food on the cruise, so some kind of digestive aid will be helpful. Band-aids, you know, first aid, like cleaning solution, things like that, allergy medications, etc. So any type of things like that will help or that you need, just in case, I would definitely include that in your little first aid kit and have that with you also. Something else for Disney Cruise Line, maybe the same for other cruise lines, I'm not sure, but is taking like a refillable water jug or water bottle. And so, you know, Disney provides you with cups that you can fill up your water or sodas or teas, coffees, whatever. But if you do take one of those, then you can just refill the water and take it to your room. You can't take bottled waters. People have asked if you can take bottled waters on the cruise, and you can, but you have to carry them, you know, until your room is ready. Just like the alcohol policy, which I'll quickly mention also. Disney Cruise Line allows each adult to take either 2 bottles of wine or champagne, and then, or a 6-pack of beer, one or the other. And so that's something that when you get to Disney, when you get to check in, they're going to take your luggage with you until your room is ready, and they're going to have your luggage there in your room. But the alcohol you have to carry on with you. So you'll have to carry it for a little bit until your room is ready. So you want to have a bag or something easy to carry, but you'll have to take that with you. So the same thing with your water bottles if you want to take that on. So it's a little bit harder to have too much, you know, things that you have to carry around. But the refillable water jug works really well. You can take one for each member or just a few of them, and then you can refill those and have those in your room at all times. So that's pretty helpful. So those are some of the essentials I want to talk about. Then some non-essentials, but some really good finds I wanted to just kind of mention. If one of your stops is at a place where you can snorkel, like Castaway Cay or Cozumel, we ended up buying some snorkel masks on Amazon. They ended up being like $12.99. They were easy packing. They didn't take up that much room, and they come apart pretty easily. And they just worked really great. We really enjoyed it. We had a great snorkeling experience on Castaway Cay. That's something that I highly recommend, a 10 out of 10. But again, you don't have to pack that. You can purchase the snorkel gear there for rent at Castaway Cay, and I think it's still like 30 or 40 bucks a person. So I felt like this was definitely the better way to go, and then I can take it and use it for future cruises as well. So we really liked these snorkel gear. We'll continue to use these. I just want to throw in some sunglasses that I purchased. I know when you're on a cruise and you're going to a beach, and you know, I didn't want to take any expensive sunglasses, but I found these really cool ones on Amazon I thought were really nice, and so I just wanted to include those. They were only $12.99. I know, again, Amazon prices will fluctuate, but this is something cute to have in your cart, and maybe when the price goes down you can purchase them. But they were really great for our trip, and I got a lot of compliments on them, so I just thought I would put those in there. I thought they were a great find for sunglasses. There's something else that I got that I wanted to keep, like a really small little compact purse, if you will. And so I got this sling backpack I also purchased on Amazon. I ended up getting the used one where it was like really good condition but used, and I got it for $8. And so I wanted to post this so y'all can see this, because Amazon has good deals like that as well. And this was great for travel, and it held our documents, you know, when we were at the ports and the terminal. So we had like our birth certificates and driver's license and a little bit of cash in there. And it was really easy to carry. And I think it was really classy and looked good. So that was something that I was really impressed that I found that find. And again, you know, it being not brand new on Amazon, it was very gently used, and it was $8. So these are the kind of things I think you can find which are great for travel, and this was a really good cruise essential for us as well. Something else that we think would be really great is taking some thank you cards for your stateroom hosts and for your servers, the ones that provide your dinner during the rotational dining, or any other cast member that you feel just had an exceptional service. The service that we received on the Disney Wish was exceptional. Probably the best we've ever received anywhere. And so at the end of your trip, there are gratuities that are added to your bill at the end for them. I don't think that they were enough. And so we thought it was nice to do kind of a customized thank you card for each of them, personalized, you know, of course, with their name, and then any special touches, and then add a little extra cash. You can give your stateroom host, you can give it to her on the last day or leave it in your room, or you can, and then for your rotational dining, you know, servers, you can give them to them on your last dinner, which we thought was great. And so we also took pictures with them, and they were just very good, and they made our Disney cruise even that much better. I also wanted to mention, I talked a bit about boarding, and then you leave your luggage, and so you want to have a backpack or something that you can have a couple of those essentials in your backpack, so that when your room isn't ready and you're walking around the ship, you have those things if you need them. And in those things, I would include definitely any medication that you have or need to take. Some sunscreen, you know, if it is hot out there and you're going to want to start to go to the pool or be outside, you want to have some sunscreen already with you, and like your bathing suit, because a lot of people will get on, and you know, this is a good time to get on the slide, you know, that normally gets a pretty long line. And so, or get in the pools, and people are kind of exploring. So if you want to use that time to get in the pool, have your bathing suit already in your backpack, and you can just change before your room's ready and use those, you know, amenities. And then again, you got to carry your alcohol. So that's something you have to carry with you. So I want to make sure you have enough room or a nice backpack that you can carry all those things in. And that's really all I have. We had a great time. I want to thank y'all so much for watching. We plan on doing many more Disney trips and then other travels. And so follow us for, you know, more tips on things like this. So thanks so much. Bye.